alhamdulillah, everybody has pretty much the same goal. Everyone has the same outlook, the same motivation. We have soldiers in here. We got people that are trying to be good worshipers of Allah. We got people that are blue, right? The main emphasis is chapter 51, verse 56. This is the main emphasis of your life. I have not created jinn and men except that they worship me. Liya'budun. I did not create jinn and men except that they may worship me. But we understand that with clarity, with yaqeen, that the only reason why I am here is to worship Allah, to be tested, to see if I'm going to go with Allah, if I'm going to go with His Huda, if I'm going to go with His guidance that He sends down to His prophets, or to see if I'm going to go with shaitan, if I'm going to go to his whispers, if I'm going to go to his calling, to his waswas, if I'm going to be disobedient to Allah. This is it in a nutshell. That's it. I was created to worship Allah, to show my obedience to Allah, and to avoid Taghoot. This is the other ayah in chapter 16, verse 36. He said that the mission of all of the prophets was that they proclaimed the oneness of Allah and to avoid Taghoot. The proclamation of all the prophets, all the Rasuls, is that they were sent for the worship of one God and to avoid Taghoot. And we learned that Taghoot is shaitan, or anything that transgresses the bounds. Anything that transgresses the bounds of Allah, this is considered Taghoot. Umar bin Al-Ani said Taghoot is shaitan. Okay? But Taghoot is anything that transgresses the bounds. Obey Allah and avoid Taghoot. Obey Allah, avoid shirk. Avoid associations. Avoid all things that transgress the bounds of Islam. This is the mission of all the prophets. Okay? So again, alhamdulillah, this is our purpose in life. Once we understand this purpose in life, we'll have a better motivation in why we're doing what we're doing. Your reason for you doing certain things, when you understand that it's because I'm doing it for Allah, there's nothing that could hold you back. When you have the reality that what you're doing, whatever it may be, whether it's me standing up here teaching class, whether it's you guys sitting down, or whether me sitting down, or somebody else teaching class, the motivation behind the situation should be to worship Allah. That's it. That's it. Not to sit up here and look back. That's not it. If I didn't know about Islam, I wouldn't be standing up here. If Allah didn't bless me with Islam and open my heart to Islam, I wouldn't be here today. I'd be watching football, like I was doing before I became Muslim, on Sundays, watching football. Like everybody else, watching football, maybe trying a nice cold one, because that's the norm of this society. But through Islam, alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen, I never thought that I'd be standing up here being a preacher or something. They would have told me that, I would say, use a lie. Use a lie. You know? But alhamdulillah, Allah opened our hearts to Islam. Allah blessed us to be here. So we need to take advantage of it. Because we understand that the only reason why we're here is to worship Allah. That's it. When we understand that, our motivation and the moves that we make will make more sense. Everything that we do compared to, man, I'm always here to worship Allah. I'm going to be tested. Do I pass this test? Do I fail this test? Do I get to heaven or do I get to hell? Once I understand that, then my movements will be better. Okay, let's see. If I do this, I'm going to hellfire. If I don't do this, okay, well, let me do this. Okay, now I'm tested with another thing. Okay, do this, I go to hell, okay. Then this is your walk in your life.